to the polls and watch very carefully, because that's what has to happen. I am urging them to do it. As you know, today there was a big problem. In Philadelphia, they went in to watch. They're called poll watchers, a very safe, very nice thing. They were thrown out. They weren't allowed to watch. You know why? Because bad things happen in Philadelphia. Bad things.
Why am I leaving? Why am I leaving?
Please leave.
I'm in a public place.
This is not a public place, this is an office.
Is it non-public because it's being funded by the nonprofit? Is that why?
Please leave. Please,
Am I being removed by law enforcement?
please leave.
And are you telling her to remove me?
Please leave.
Okay. Are you being asked to leave? Okay. So thank you, Nick. And is it not public because it's nonprofit? Is that all?
Please leave.
Okay. I will leave. But is it not a public office because of the nonprofit funding?
Please leave.
Okay. I'm being removed by the law enforcement official.
The president's campaign wasn't following the rules yesterday in Philadelphia. It was the first day of in-person mail-in voting at these satellite voting centers. And I checked in with the Deputy Elections Commissioner in Philadelphia to get some clarity on this. And basically, poll watchers are not allowed at any places that are not technical polling places. These were centers that allow people to go, apply for their mail-in ballot, fill it in one place, and then turn it in right there.
President Trump also urged his supporters last night to monitor polling places for instances of fraud. Help us understand why that's a concern and potentially illegal for those who choose to act on the president's poll.
It is illegal for an unofficial poll watcher to be loitering around a polling location. That's illegal in all 50 states, and the president encouraging his supporters to do that is, threatening the integrity of the election, and also would be seen as voter intimidation.
Poll watchers are a pretty normal part of elections. It's the people who stand in the background and watch to make sure that people are allowed in to vote, that the polls don't close too early, that ballots are counted.
A poll worker is that person who greets you when you come into the polling place. They're the person who helps you sign in. They're there to answer your questions. A poll watcher is basically there to observe. Also, there is a limited number placed on how many poll watchers can be at a polling site, and that's determined by the state.
There are some states where you can have what's called poll challengers, and poll challengers can actually say, this person isn't eligible to vote, and they have to have a reason to say someone isn't eligible to vote. But I looked at a bunch of different state laws, and some of them, like Michigan, you can say, you know what, I think this person isn't eligible to vote based on public records or something like that. That person can be pulled out of line.
Yes, good morning to all my fellow Americans. Here again, once again, to inform on what's happening. I want to send a salute to all my fellow Americans and to all members of the DAV, for which I am a member. God bless you all. I put a little bit brighter so you can see me a little bit better. It was a little bit too dark. My name is Eduardo Rodriguez, by the way. And I want to send a salute to all members, not only of the DAV, for which I am a member, Chapter 11, but to veterans of all organizations, and never forget those who have made the ultimate sacrifice in order to keep our country free, as long as it can last. Because with the Democrats, I think things are very gloomy. Not only are these Democrats who are so and so and so corrupt, and their intentions to commit fraud is just obvious. They will not permit these inspectors, these poll inspectors, to be present. They're just going to be observers. They want to inspect to see that everything is going fine, there's not fraud being committed, but no, they won't allow it. They won't allow it, with the threat maybe of even imprisoning the person who's coming to observe, legally to observe. There's a public place, area where people are allowed to go in and inspect. I've seen cameramen who independently go in and film and walk around the whole building, and it's okay. But if a polling inspector comes in, hey, they're removed. That gives you an idea of the intentions of these people. And they're willing to commit fraud. By the way, Donald Trump, like I always say, I always pray for you. God bless you. I hope you come out of this COVID crisis, you and your wife, and your whole family don't catch this dangerous virus. It's a dangerous virus. Thank God there is medication, but I just pray. I hope nothing happens. I hope we can see you through the elections. We can see you win, and keep on doing the excellent and marvelous job you're doing for this country. By the way, the state of Florida, don't forget, like I always say, don't forget to vote for Maria Elvira Salazar for Congress. She's a conservative, a true conservative, who wants to put a stop to the intentions of the communists, which still call themselves the Democrat Party, this terrorist organization, criminal syndicate, wants to destroy. They want to destroy this country. They want to remove our Constitution. They say they want to defend it, like Pelosi always say, because these people are very, how you call it, evilly, how you call it, able. There's other words, but I just it doesn't come out of my head. And they're not stupid. They're not stupid. Pelosi's not stupid. She uses everything. She makes and the thing is, people will believe her. She makes people think that she truly defends the Constitution. She doesn't defend anything. She only defends her pocket, just like all of them do. They're all corrupt to the core, greedy, and their intention is to become rich and stay in power. That's all they want is power. They don't care about the people. Look at their districts. Look at the district they come from. Maxine Waters, for example. Feinstein. These people are terrible. De Blasio, Gavin Newsom, and many others. Their areas are just dumps, garbage dumps. And not only garbage dumps, they're a cauldron for how you call it, protecting rioters who want to burn down and destroy the cities, like Antifa and Black Lives Matter. Well, I'm going to go with this last video, which is pretty good. It talks about why Biden and the media refuse to condemn Antifa. Talking about the media, at the next debate, they want to put this person who used to be an intern for Obama. Yeah, from Obama. No, excuse me, for Biden. To direct the next debate. They want to also have the power to shut off the mics if Trump is defending himself properly. Why couldn't they get somebody to control the debate who can be a conservative? Why is that? Why do they have to put people who are just not apt for that, who are biased? Because their true intention is to commit fraud, mass fraud, and in any way possible destroy Trump's chances, whose ratings are growing up and up and up. Another Democrat just came in and gave her endorsement. to vote for Trump. So like I said, I'm leaving with this last video. God bless you all. Donald Trump, I always pray for you and your family. The same with Mike Pence, and may God protect both of you and your families. The same with Mike Pence. And God bless my country eternally, and I stand with God and Israel eternally. So I'll see you guys soon. I'm here pretty early because I have things I have to take care of during the day. And like I say, God bless, and I'll see you most likely tomorrow, if God permits. So here I go with this last video.
They intentionally tried to get Trump to condemn all of these groups, the Proud Boys, Kyle Rittenhouse, and the militias in Kenosha, as well as militias in general, black militias and white supremacists, as being the issue in the country. When Trump was just saying, when he defers here to talking about the left, he's not failing to condemn white supremacy, as he said earlier, sure. What he's saying is, I'm not going to condemn these groups as being the ones who are adding to the violence, because what you're failing to ask us is, do you, Biden and Trump, both condemn the groups that are starting the violence? It's like condemning somebody who throws a match into a flame. It's like, well, did you add flames to the fire to the flames? Yeah, you did, but why don't we go after the guy who started the arson rather than the person who throws the match in? And Trump knew that the disavowal game never works. Look at how he switches it to the left, and of course, Biden answers with something that absolutely blew my mind.
Somebody's got to do something about Antifa and the left, because this is not a right-wing problem. This is a left-wing. This is a left-wing problem.
White supremacists. Antifa's an idea, not an organization.
Oh, you got it.
Not militia. That's what his
It's an idea.
FBI director said.
Well, then you know what?
We're done, sir. We're moving on to the next.
When a bat hits you over the head, that's not an idea.
Everybody in
Antifa
your
is
administration tells you the truth has a bad idea.
Can I tell you what?
You have no ideas.
Antifa is a dangerous
All right,
radical
gentlemen, we're
group.
now moving on to the Trump
And
and
you ought to be
Biden
careful
records.
with them. They'll overthrow you.
When a president, I'm going to ask a question.
Yeah, and so Biden says, well, Antifa's an idea, not an organization, which is very similar to Jerry Nadler's quote, which is Antifa is a myth. See, the left has a disavowal game that Antifa, that the far left extremism, that the PLM violence, it doesn't even exist. It's like they won't even acknowledge it, and then they freak out and go, well, Trump, you don't disavow white supremacists, which he just said, sure, at the beginning of the question that he would. And then he couldn't disavow all the groups that he was asked, because they tied in militias, Kyle Rittenhouse, which is an open trial, and he's a minor, and that you can't condemn that as a president yet. And then they also brought in the Proud Boys. And Trump just said, to stand back, stand down to Proud Boys. Because Trump can't say that the Proud Boys are evil or white supremacists, because Trump works on the basis of facts. But who is saying that the Proud Boys are white supremacists? Let's break this down and show you why Trump is not wrong for not condemning the other groups, and why he was unable to answer that question. So number one, the SPLC, the Southern Poverty Law Center with ties to George Soros, that is similar to Right Wing Watch and Media Matters. These groups are basically far-left propaganda machines that are ones to make everybody seem to be an anti-Semite. Because in today's modern world, murdering babies through abortion, okay. Cutting off your pee-pee so you can become a woman, okay. Sexualizing children in a movie Cuties, okay. Saying mean words or nasty jokes, anti-Semite. Anyway, they say the Proud Boys, established in the midst of the 2016 presidential election by Vice Media co-founder Gavin McInnes, the Proud Boys are self-described Western chauvinists, still no description of white supremacy, who admittedly deny any connection to the racist alt-right, insisting they are simply a fraternal group spreading anti-political correctness and anti-white guilt agenda. So the SPLC, who's some reason has made themselves God, already says that Proud Boys denies being white supremacists. The reason why they deny that is because they're not all white. And so it's people say, well, that's internalized racism. That is absolute BS. Proud Boys are a multiracial organization. I'm not defending them, but they have the right to exist. There's a right to a well-trained militia. What it comes down to is you read this description further from SPLC, and it says, their disavowals of bigotry are belied by their actions. Rank and file, Proud Boys and leaders regularly spout white nationalist memes and maintain affiliations with known extremists. They are known for anti-Muslim and misogynistic rhetoric. Proud Boys have appeared alongside other hate groups at extremist gatherings like Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville. Always remember that one. Indeed,
former Proud Boys member Jason Kessler helped to organize the event. So, the way that they say that Proud Boys are white supremacists is because they have some members have some ties. I want to remind you that Proud Boys is a formal organization, not an idea, and there are people who are inspired by Proud Boys, but they are not formal members. It has a required membership. On top of that, I want to say that their accusations and standards to confirm that this is a white supremacist group is that they share white nationalist memes. What are those memes? Those are anything with Pepe the Frog or clowns. I'm not joking. That's the SPLC